Oh, shoot. Hold on just a second. I've
Sure.
been interrupted. Hi, no worries. No worries. I can edit it out. Thanks, JC. All right.
Okay, great.
Amelia, thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me your name and the name of your company.
My name is Amelia Lopez Yanez, and I started Malinky Music.
So, what does Malinky Music do?
So, Malinky Music brings bilingual English and Spanish music and movement for children ages between 0 and 5. And it's just a way to learn a little bit of Spanish and learn a little bit of early childhood development in a fun way.
So, how did you start the project of Malinky Music?
So I have been doing children's music and music and movement for a while. My mom and I have a duo that's Ruth and Amelia, and we do music for kids. It's quite different than Malinky music, but she is in San Diego, and I moved up a few years ago to the Bay Area. So I couldn't do that anymore, and I was missing it a lot. I also taught music and movement in LA through a wonderful organization called Play Music. And so I had all of these things that I knew, and I grew up speaking Spanish and English, and I felt like there were some things missing there that maybe I could fill in the blanks. So I wanted to start my own thing, and that's kind of how Malinky was created.
Do you operate as a performer or do you go into schools to teach classes with your bilingual songs? How does it work?
So I do a little bit of everything. Right now, I'm mostly doing library shows as well as my own private classes that people can sign up for in the community. And then I also do just like events and things like that.
So your private classes, are you teaching children, is the agenda to teach music or is it to teach both languages using music?
It's more so the music with both languages incorporated in there. And I also still use a lot of the play curriculum, which I used to teach in LA as well. And so it's for parents and children. So it's really just getting that really great developmental skills that come with early childhood music, and also hopefully learning some Spanish within that and trying to teach a little bit of new cultural things as well as new words. Hopefully, they leave every class with something new.
That's awesome. So what are the best circumstances for you to teach?
So, the best circumstances, I think, are that it is free for people to come to.
Ah, so then you're funded by someone. Those are the best
Yeah, I mean,
situations.
which I didn't actually start off Malinky with the goal. I thought, okay, no, I would love for it to feel really intimate and that people are signing up. The more I've done library performances and through other organizations that hire me, the more I want it to be accessible for everybody. It's just
Oh,
like it's just so awesome that people can come and that they continue to show up when it's offered to them. And I honestly think that especially bilingual music deserves to be, it's necessary a lot in California, especially. And so I really want it to be accessible. So that would be my goal, but I also obviously that can't always happen. So trying to find a nice balance.
and maybe also trying to find other avenues to make it like an accessible extracurricular. Do you have other avenues, maybe curriculum that you build?
Yeah, I am trying to put together an album that people can just easily listen to, as well as there's also like really great grants that I just discovered. And I live in San Francisco. San Francisco has some pretty cool grants that you can apply to as an artist. So I've been looking into that. Things like that that I can then open my doors up to more places that I just have to say, hey, I am funded by this. Do you want music? That would be the best.
That's super. So what are your growth goals? Like, what are you doing to expand your reach and to find more families?
That's so hard. I don't
I
know.
know.
Right?
Yeah, it's funny
Um,
because we're all like working artists and none of us really have heads for business, which is part of
yeah.
why a YouTube channel like this can help someone who isn't thinking that way, like me.
Totally. And I think it's so necessary and great that there is something like this because I'd love to hear from everybody.
Thanks.
My growth goals are to just be a little more, I guess, accessible in timelines. And I'd love to maybe have eventually a few more teachers that would also be able to spread the new a little bit more because we're kind of spread a little thin sometimes. But I'm brand new. I mean, I've only been doing this for 8 months. Actually, the performers showcase where we met was my very first performance as Malinky.
Really?
Yeah,
But you
I've
have
done a
all
lot of
that
other things.
background.
Yeah, I have a lot of other experience, luckily, but I am so fresh in this city and
Hmm.
with this business that I, at this point, have a lot of growth goals. It's just getting started, so I'm like so inspired by. I was looking at your website, all the things you do, and a lot of other artists in this area who are amazing. So just
No,
really,
we've got a lot of inspiration to tap for sure. It's
yeah.
it's it's not a dry well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing that and like yeah, we live in a state that's pretty supportive, which is really great. So, yeah. I'm not sure if I have like all of the goals.
Well, I mean, you were talking before about writing curricula or songs or lesson plans. Those things are all sort of
Yeah,
marryable if they aren't already married.
right. That's so true. Yeah, I think a little more uh bringing a little more Latin flair and like using artists who are local but also have Spanish backgrounds so that we can create some really cool projects would be the goal.
Oh, that's super. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank
Please, Amelia,
you.
stay on while I close out the loop.
Great.
And thank you. This was After School Enrichment Accelerator, and I got to speak to the founder of Malinky Music. Stop recording.